We're going to start language class today, and we're going to start with our prepositions. Let's try to say them from memory. Ready? Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond. Am I going too fast? By, down, during, except for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Do you know how I know that list? Because when I was in 4th grade, I memorized it. That's how I remember it, okay? There's a song too. I think it goes, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, and at. These are the first ones, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, and from, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, over, past, and since, through, and throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, and without. Now I am done. And remember, every preposition has to have the object or its best friend. Let's see if you can find the prepositions in these. I just hit myself in the face. Okay, can you find it? It is toward the heavens. Toward the heavens. Up is actually an adverb because there's no word. You can't say the phrase is up toward. It has to be a noun with it, so or a pronoun. So toward the heavens. This is a long one. For is the preposition for Jennifer's lost necklace. Anytime it has an apostrophe S, it is an adjective possessive saying whose necklace. This object is a pronoun, to me. With, within, and without, within the large corral. On the old sleigh. On the old sleigh. There's two in this one. From store to store. Now down is normally one, but it's actually an adverb here. The phrase is to the ground. Of potatoes. Once you find the preposition, I think it's easier to find the phrase. To my Aunt Judy. To my Aunt Judy. Remember a phrase, and then the noun, and all of its adjectives that go with it. Underneath the maple trees. Did you get it? Try this side. To earth for us. Yes. None. There's none in this one. Let's see. See if I can find one. Oh, here's one. To the oceans. During study hall. That was tricky. Along the winding mountain pathway. It's actually not just mountain, but mountain pathway, because the mountain is describing a pathway. What kind of pathway? A mountain pathway. Speaking of mountain pathway, when I was in San Diego, we actually climbed up a mountain and then all the way down a mountain pathway. It was really, really cool, except it almost killed us because we were sweating so bad. Oh, there's two here. Over the corral fence and with ease. How'd you do on those? So those are our prepositions. Remember our conjunctions. Our junction spells fanboy. Fanboy. F-A-N-B-O-Y. Did you watch the video I sent you of Grammaropolis? Fanboy. For and nor, but or yet. Don't laugh for the but. For and nor, but or yet. Those are our 6 conjunctions. They actually have so as well. And anytime you see those words, circle them. Those are our conjunctions. The last part of speech that you talked about was interjections, and we've done a little bit of work with those, but they can either be show extreme enthusiasm at the beginning and end with an exclamation point, or they could just have a comma if they're more mild. The trick of knowing this is if it starts with a capital letter as well, you're going to know that's pretty strong. If it's not, it just keeps going without a capital letter. Did you watch the interjection video I sent of Schoolhouse Rock? Where it's like, hallelujah. Yes, hopefully you did. And right now, you can take your quiz, Language Quiz 20. You're going to either be circling the conjunctions in a sentence. There's only one per sentence. And then the second part is punctuation. You're going to either use the comma or the exclamation point for your interjections. So pause this, take that quiz, and then we're going to get started on our language paper for today. All right, we're back, and we are on page 224 today using the dictionary. But let's check your homework. You did have homework. I hope you saw it. It was page 227, remember A. So you're supposed to write in the correct answers. Nouns can be common or proper. And remember the difference between a common noun and a proper noun is a proper is specific, so it actually has a capital letter. Am and is are being verbs or state of being verbs. Shall and will are helping verbs. Read and run are action verbs. Many blanks end in ly. It is adverbs. 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 The questions that an adjective answers are which one, what kind, how many, how much, and whose. The questions that an adverb answers are where, when, how often, to what extent. Later you'll learn why and under what condition. The word in must have a blank if it's a preposition. A best friend, and the best friend is called its object. If it does not have an object, then it is an adverb. The most common conjunctions are fanboy, for, and, nor, but, or, yet. Okay, how well did you do on that? I hope you did a great job. We are back on page 224 with the dictionary. Now, the words at the top, these are that tell us the first word on the page and the last word on the page. These are our guide words. They serve as guides. Each word inside is the entry words. Now, let's look at Think E. Many words have more than one meaning. And you'll see that in your dictionary. It'll have the word, like for example, let's say it had the word iron. It would say 1, 2, 3. And one might be a verb because it's ironing your clothes. One could be an iron, like the metal. So there's all different uses. One could be an adjective saying like an iron bed or iron machine. It says what kind. So many words have more than one meaning. The dictionary numbers the different meanings so that you can find them easily. Look up the italicized words in the sentences below and decide which definition of the word explains its meaning in the sentence and write that definition in the blank. Okay, so, ready? I'm still using the dictionary that's larger than me because I'm hoping it'll help us find all of the words. Let's see. A giant dome crowns the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Now, have your pencil ready or your pen. I'm going to look these up. So it's going to take a while because we have to look all of these up. If you have a dictionary, look these up with me and you can race me, okay? A giant dome crowns the building in Washington, D.C. So we're going to look up crowns to see what definition. Are you ready? Go. Oh, this thing is so huge. Crowns. Very entertaining, even by myself. Crowns. I'm using the guide words right now because I can see where I'm going to find my word. Crowns. Crown. Well, obviously for crowns, we would look up the word crown, the root word. Crown, crown, crown. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. There are, in this book, there are 17, no, 7. There are 24 definitions for crown. So we might be here a while. Okay, so it says, a dome crowns the Capitol building. Let's see. A head covering. No, that's not a head covering. The power and authority of a queen. No. A king or queen. No. A design or thing shaped like a crown. No. Let's see. A wreath for a head. No. An honor. No. The head. No. Have you ever heard of that? Like Jack fell down and broke his crown. It's talking about the head. The highest part. Top. That might be. Let's see. Let's keep going. The highest state. No. The part of the tooth. No. A former silver coin. No. The anchor. No. Yeah, the definition for this that would work with the it crowns the top. It means it's to be at the top of. That was the definition that worked with that, so you could put to be at the top of. Okay? I'm going to see if I can use a smaller dictionary. It might be faster. Okay, you guys might have gotten one of these last year. Our school hosted a blood drive for the local hospital. Which meaning of drive? Now, I can tell you right now, the blood is not driving, so it's not going to be that kind of drive. Ready? Go. Drive. Okay, I got it. Drive. There's 4 definitions. This is much easier. I'm sure there probably would have been 27 definitions over here. A short journey or trip made in a vehicle. Your blood is not making a short trip. No. To steer and control a moving vehicle. To force to go. To push through. No. To make. To compel. To urge. Oh, it's not those. Let's see. I guess we're using the fat dictionary. I hope you guys are entertained. I haven't looked these up already, so who knows what you'll find. Drive. Drive? Okay. Of course. You guys don't even want to know. There's 35 definitions. Yeah, 35. Okay, let's see. Well, I actually know it's a noun, so I'm going to look at the noun section. Oh, here it is. A special effort of a group for some purpose or a campaign. So this one is our school hosted a blood drive. It's a group effort to achieve a goal. You could put that down. That's what that drive is. It's not like driving as a verb. It's a noun. Key number 3. Dad sanded the cabinet before he painted. Sanded. Look it up. Sand. Okay. Sand. Okay. This one just shows it as a noun. And this sand, it says Dad sanded, so he's actually doing it. It's an action verb. And they only had the noun version. Well, I guess I'm just going to be using this fat one from now on because this one is more. Okay, so I can skip all the noun definitions and go right to the verb. Sand. To sprinkle with or as if with sand. No. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, here it is. To scrape, smooth, polish, or clean with sand or sandpaper. Okay, so for this one, Dad sanded the cabinet. You could say to rub with sandpaper. That's what that means. Number 4, America. But do you see how many definitions there are? Like, even if I just show you this one, it's from here to here. It's huge. You could be here for a while. America is the land of the free and the home of the brave. Right now, you should see land is a noun, which should help us. But land, ready? Look it up. A land. Now, I was just thinking, if you don't have a dictionary, this must look funny to you because it's just me looking all these words up. A land is it talking about the earth's surface? No. Ground or soil? No. The people of a country or nation? Yes, it is. So you could put a country or a region. That's what that's talking about. Number 5, we make our own ice cream. Own. You could also look these words up online, I guess, too. Own. It is belonging to or having to do with oneself. Belonging to oneself. Okay? Belonging to oneself. Next, Miss Phillips had us drill our multiplication facts. Drill. Ugh. Drill. Now, drill there, can you figure out what that is? It's a verb there. It's doing the action. Drill. Had us drill. Here we go. Drill. Now, it's not talking about a tool for drilling holes. Teaching or training by having people do things over and over again? Yes, that's what that is. Okay, so put that there. To teach or train by having someone practice the same thing over and over. It's like when we do math drills, we just do the same cards over and over again. Now, number 7, King Arthur's court included many brave knights. This court is not talking about a judge's court. Court. There's so many words in here. C-O-U. Court. Okay. A court, a place where justice is administered. No, that's not it. A session of a judicial body. No. The place where a king lives. A palace. Yes. No. The family advisors and attendants who gather at a ruler's court. That's what that is. All right, and the last one. No, we're on 8. What materials will we need? Materials. If you look that up, it is materials. It is not what a thing is made from. It is articles necessary for making or doing something. So, articles necessary for doing something or things needed to do something. And the kick of the rifle bruised the hunter's shoulder. Now, this is not a kick. This is just a kick. I know I didn't make any sense right there. A kick. The kick there is not actually kicking something. It's a noun there because it says the kick. Oh, here it is. The recoil or backward spring of a gun when it's fired. So you could say the springing back of a gun when it is fired. Okay, Now this one is my favorite part. I know we've taken a while, but this is my favorite part, page 225. We'll do as many as we have time for. Ready? It's easy to be an expert when you use your dictionary. See how fast you can find the answers and write them in the blanks, okay? Is an ice cap something you wear on your head? Is an ice cap something you wear on your head? Ice cap. An ice cap is a glacier or a permanent covering of ice and snow over an area. So it is not something you wear on your head. No, it's ice that covers an area of land. What grows in a paddy? P-A-D-D-Y. What grows in a paddy? Now, I've done this before and we haven't had all the definitions, but we do in this big old fat dictionary. Paddy. Ready? A field of rice. So, you would find rice there. What do you use a zither for? Now, you see me keep switching dictionaries. This is because this has L through Z and the other one has A through L. What was the word? A zither? A zither. Let's see if zither's in here. Oh, zither. A musical instrument having 30 to 45 strings stretched over a shallow sounding box. That's interesting. It looks like this. Can you see it? That's a zither. So it's to play music. Where would an anchovy live? On your pizza. Duh. Just kidding. Let's look at it. Anchovy. Well, some of you know what anchovies are, and so if you know what anchovies are, you know where they would live, right? Okay, anchovies stink. An anchovy is a very small fish that looks somewhat like a herring. So where do fish live? Yes, that's right, in the ocean or in the sea. Okay, would you ever find a person in a crow's nest? Now, some of you, like I said, you'll probably know some of these definitions already. A crow's nest is, I already know that one. A crow's nest is a place. I will read it in a second. Crow's nest. Crow's nest, a small enclosed platform for the lookout near the top of a ship's mast. So you know, like on a pirate ship where you see that little hold where the guy stands with the thing, he says, "Land ho!" Yes. So you would find a person in a crow's nest. Does a mongoose have feathers? Does a mongoose have feathers? And a mongoose is a slender flesh-eating mammal, like a ferret. So do ferrets have feathers? No, because it's like a weasel. Is a southwester a person from Texas? A southwester. A southwester is a waterproof hat. So a southwester is not a person from Texas. No, it's a hat. What hangs from the ceiling of a cave? Stalactite or stalagmite? All right, let's look up stalactite. I already know the answer to this, and I'll tell you the answer in a second. I learned this when I was in like 7th grade or 6th grade. It stuck with me. Stalactite. Stalactite. Okay. A stalactite is a formation of lime, like limestone, shaped like an icicle hanging from the roof of a cave. So a stalactite hangs from the ceiling of a cave. Now, how I learned this is I learned when I was a kid, a stalactite hangs tight from the ceiling, okay? That's how I remember that. Okay, stalactite. What would you do with L-Y-E? What would you do with lie? Oh. What would you do with lie? Sorry, we have a Zoom meeting very soon, so I'm just trying to keep track of time. Lie. Lye is a strong alkaline solution used in making soap. So you would use lye or soap. What do you use it for? To clean or wash something, right? How many parts does a Dutch door have? Dutch door. A Dutch door. A Dutch door. A door divided in two horizontally so that the top half may be open while the other is closed. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see that, but at my church, at my dad's church, we had that for the nursery. So you can like open the top, but keep the babies in so they don't escape. Okay, let's see. What would you find in a scabbard? A scabbard. I feel like boys are gonna like this one. A scabbard. A scabbard. I'm trying to get faster at these, but seriously, just turning the pages hard. Scabbard. A sheath or case for the blade of a sword. So you would find a sword there. Can a person be an underdog? Now, I'm sure you already even know what an underdog is. So the answer is yes. Oh, man. Don't pay attention to that. Is a frogman an animal? Frogman. Frogman. I've never heard of this one, I don't think. A frogman is a person trained or equipped with aqualungs. A person trained with the aqualungs. You know what those are. So no, a frogman is not an animal, it's a person. Would you eat mucilage? Alright, the name alone doesn't sound too promising. But let's look it up. Mucilage. M-U-C-I-L. Mucilage, a sticky gummy substance used to make things stick together like glue. So no, we're not going to eat mucilage. Alright, ready? How much money is a shoestring? Have you ever heard someone say, I'm on a shoestring budget? A shoestring. Some of you might be beating me over there getting to these words. Shoestring. A shoestring. Ready? With very little capital or very small margin. So that means, it also says a very small amount of money. So, very small. What do you keep in a till? T-I-L. Maybe you're learning something today. Some of these definitions. A till. And the guide words are definitely helping for this. T-I-L-L. A till is a small drawer for money. So you keep money in there. Which can be steered, a balloon or a dirigible? Let's look up a dirigible. D-I-R D-I-R-I-G I mean, you guys have to do this page anyway. You might as well watch me go crazy picking all these. Okay, a kind of balloon that can be steered. There you go, a dirigible can be steered. Can you get bacon and ham from a groundhog? Haha. Ew. No, you can't. You already know that one. It's a woodchuck. From what is a maraca made? Maraca. Interesting. So you know what maracas are. What are they made from? A maraca. A percussion instrument consisting of seeds, pebbles, or lead in a dry gourd, or a gourd shaped like a rattle. So, a maraca is made from a gourd. Would you be likely to find plants in a nursery? You might know this one already too, but a nursery is a room set aside for babies, but it's also a place where young trees and plants are raised. So yes, you could. Would a steamship line be silly to hire pilots to run its ships? A pilot let's see, a person who steers a ship or a boat. So, no, you wouldn't be silly to do that. Are flammable and inflammable, do they mean opposite things? Well, flammable means, here, I'll just do it from here because this one's faster. Flammable means capable of igniting easily and burning quickly. For example, my hair, when I wear hairspray, if I get close to a fire and it catches fire, the whole thing will just go up in flames. So, very flammable. And then inflammable means easy to burn. So isn't that weird? Inflammable and flammable are not antonyms. They mean the exact same thing. Would you sleep on a pallet or a pallet? Which one you want to look up? Let's do the first one. P-A-L-E-T-T-E. P-A-L-E-T-T-E. A pallet is a board on which a painter mixes paints. And a pallet, P-A-L-L-E-T, is the one you would sleep on. What is an ingot made of? I'm sure they don't have that in there. Ingot. Oh man, it's almost time for our meeting. An ingot is a mass of metal. So it's made of metal. It is a wicket made of wicks. A wicket. I think I win a prize for looking all these things up today. A wicket. A wicket is it is a small door or gate, a small window or opening, a wire arch. So yeah, no, it's not made of wicks. All right. That was a lot of work we did today. If you stuck with me the entire time, good job. Don't forget to post your quiz, and I'll see you next time.